What's up, world? It's your host, the guy named Ty, and welcome back to another episode of the MITM podcast, where we delve into the matters that shape our lives. And today, we're embarking on a journey of self-discovery by exploring the importance of deepening our understanding of family history and traditions. So, with that being said, run my intro.
Caught up in them bright lights, lusting for shiny things that's golden. Everything ain't always what it seems, that it's soaking. Chasing my dreams, coming apart at my seams. Best believe that the money is the motive.
All right. Welcome back to another episode of the MITM podcast. And our family history and traditions provide a rich tapestry of stories, values, and experiences that shape our identity and provide a sense of belonging. By delving into our roots, we can gain a deeper understanding of who we are, where we come from, and so much more. So let's explore some tangible tips to help you deepen your understanding of family history and traditions. But before we jump into that, okay, this ties into the root of everything that I do. All right, the root of why the 6 pillars exist, the root of why the MITM club is growing and why legacy matters. Everything that we're doing, we're trying to be the best that we can be so that we can leave a legacy. All right, we want to leave a mark on this planet one way or another, and through family, develop out a legacy into the future, right? So one of the ways that we do that is by creating family bank, by creating a constitution, by creating a family crest, okay? By creating all of these things to become more unified with our family in ways that we never were before. You want to have, if you don't have a family tree already, you want for now moving forward into the future, you do, because you're the one that put together the family tree. You're the person that helped create well, you know what? I'm on a rant a bit. So I'm going to stop and I'm actually going to go into our 6 tips. But you can clearly see I'm passionate about this subject, and it's something that I absolutely love. So without further ado, let's go to tip number 1. So engage in conversations with family members. Okay, start by engaging in conversation with your family members. Ask open-ended questions about their experiences, memories, and traditions. Listen attentively and encourage storytelling. These conversations can provide a valuable insight into your family's history and create opportunities for connections and shared experiences. Now, I remember not too long ago, I went and sat down with my great-grandmother. And I just asked her to share about her life. I just wanted to learn about her, what she went through, what it was like moving from Jamaica to Canada, how she moved her family here, how what it was like growing up as a little girl in Jamaica. What's your favorite color? What are just things about you, right? I did the same thing with my great grandfather, and I did the same thing with my grandmother and my parents. It's so valuable and so important to actually just sit down and have these conversations, right? It helps you have a deeper understanding of who you are and why you are who you are now. Okay. Tip number 2, research and document your family history. And a part of this can be from those conversations we just mentioned, just putting on your journalistic hat and having these conversations is a huge part of research. But conducting research to uncover your family's history is so important. Okay. There's many more ways you can do this, like exploring genealogy websites, historical records, and family archives. Document important dates, names, and events to create a comprehensive family tree. This process can unveil fascinating stories and connections that deepen your understanding of your family's past. All right. And for those of us that may have been stolen from one place or another, or have a very checkered family history, this can be a lot more of a daunting task, but it's something that nonetheless I would definitely invite you all to explore, because when you know your history, and you know where you're coming from, you can know how to build out your future with a little more intention. All right. Tip number 3, preserve family memorabilia. I can never say that word properly. Memorabilia. Preserve your family's honor. Okay. and the honor the memorabilia that you do have. Dust off old photo albums, letters, heirlooms. Okay. Look for the things that hold sentimental value, and take care of them. These items provide a tangible link to the past and can evoke powerful emotions and memories. Consider digitizing important documents or photographs to ensure their preservation for future generations. Okay. And if you digitize it, this is something that very sadly my family and I messed up with. We digitized everything, but we only put it on one hard drive. And that hard drive was damaged. So all of our family pictures were gone. Okay. Save for those that other family members had in their photo albums, everything was gone. And it's very unfortunate, but there's things you do have to learn. Sadly, we learn by losing the visual memories, but moving forward, we digitize everything and you put it in multiple places and you keep it as safe as possible, right? Tip number 4, participate in the family traditions. Okay, I know sometimes they can seem goofy, they can seem stupid. They may feel like things that you just don't want to do, but just do it anyways, okay? Your family does it for a reason. It's to bring you guys all together no matter how silly it may feel, So actively participate in your family traditions. This will strengthen your connection to your heritage, okay? Whether it's celebrating cultural holidays, preparing traditional meals, or engaging in customs passed down to the generations, embracing these traditions can foster a sense of continuity and belonging with your family. Okay. Tip number 5, visit ancestral sites. Plan visits to ancestral sites to deepen your connection to your family's history. Whether it's a hometown, a significant landmark, or a place of cultural importance. Being physically present in these locations can evoke a profound sense of connection and provide a deeper understanding of your roots. Right? Speaking of ancestral sites, one of my goals and reason why I want to get as wealthy as possible is because I want to buy a large plot of land for my family to be buried on, as odd as that seems. But I would love for every person that is buried, for a tree to be planted there where they rest and a plaque put there, so that into the future we end up having a forest of our ancestors. We have a tree for every person that is born and every person that has died, right? And we start to create this massive, beautiful forest where you can go in, you can sit with and speak with your ancestors, honor your ancestors. So that's something I love. It's a deeper understanding of your roots. I love that that's even in here, but I want to be very intentional personally on what I want to do for my family. Like, we don't want to just rent a plot of land how most people do. And once you rent that plot of land, you just so happen to be able to use it for 100 years or so, and then they dig you up and move you somewhere else and give someone else that plot of land because you have to keep renting and paying for it. I'd rather have a forest with these trees in a conservation area where our stuff lasts for much, much longer. Tip number 6, share and pass on family stories. Okay, share family stories with the younger generations and pass on the knowledge and wisdom you've acquired. Okay, use anecdotes, traditions, and life lessons that have been passed down through your family. This oral tradition keeps your family's history alive and fosters a sense of pride and belonging for future generations. Now, this is something that you want to do at your family retreats, at your annual family barbecues, and your annual family retreats and meetups. These are the type of things that you do within the family bank, within the family office. As we start to develop a continuity and as we start to build more wealth, this is what actually helps develop the wealth in a way that it will last for generations and generations to come. Right? It's way more important than actually making the money. Okay? Developing these specific things will change your life and change the lives of those around you and your future generations. Okay. Now, that does bring us to the end of today's episode of the MITM podcast. Remember, deepening your understanding of family history and tradition is a journey of self-discovery and connection to yourself, right? Engage in conversations, research your family history, preserve memorabilia, participate in traditions, visit ancestral sites, and share the family stories, okay? All of these things will bring you closer to who you are And the more you do it, it'll help the future generations really understand where they came from so they know what is in them and within them. All right. Now, that's pretty much it for today's episode of the MITM podcast. Join us next time as we continue to explore the matters that shape our lives. Until then, embrace your roots, cherish your family's history, and keep the stories alive. And I will see you tomorrow. Peace.
Give 'em that creme de la creme.